well, good afternoon or good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Listen, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Lady G. If you don't already know who I am a licensed financial professional. I am a New Yorker with 27 years of experience in business administration and management. And after working in the corporate setting on Wall Street for 11 years, the Lord steered my life into entrepreneurship. And I've been a serial entrepreneur for 16 years and still counting. And as I already said, one being a licensed financial professional, helping families, pastors, and business owners build a succession plan. Um, I am so excited to be with you today. I want to welcome you to Wow Wednesday, where we are going to have a little talk. So you still have time to invite people in, send them the link, the same link that you used to join, and get them in here. Just say there's just something that I want to see or have you hear to see if it's maybe news that you did not know about. Okay. I want you to meet some of the team. We have Sharon McNeely and Catherine Petty, also known as Eden. And we are you're going to see our faces as we have more and more of these webinars, master classes, so that we can get the word out. Okay. I want you to ask some questions. I want you to drop them in the Q&A box. We want to keep it separated from the regular comments, but you can also email questions to info@smithconsultings.com. So let's get into it, guys. What we do for families, we teach. We teach. People work hard all their life and still retire poor. Imagine winning the lottery and then you're broke in 5 years. Raising our children just to see them finish college with lots and lots of debts. Knowing how money works is part of taking care of your family. You want a comfortable retirement, but yet you have no plan. We want to change that. Are you feeling like this right now? Are you struggling to develop effective strategies to pay off debts? What about insecurity and inability to deal with financial emergencies? Anxiety due to the uncertain future of Social Security and changes in pension systems? Finding it hard to develop and maintain a budget? What do you gain by being here today? Or even if you're listening to the replay, you're going to gain knowledge on protection, permanent life insurance, tax-free death benefit, bypassing probate, multiple settlement options, living benefits, critical, chronic, terminal, and long-term care. You're going to learn about savings, interest based on market index, and downside market protection. Keyword protection. Liquidity by withdrawal or loan with no payback required and creditor protected. You're going to learn about tax advantaged, after-tax contributions, tax-free accumulation, tax-free distribution. No premature distribution penalty, no 59 and a half, or you get penalized. No minimum required distribution. Stop struggling with debt management, high interest rates, multiple loans, credit card debts, and the burden of monthly payments, which can be very overwhelming. Insufficient savings, unexpected expenses, inadequate budgeting, or living paycheck to paycheck, preventing you from building an emergency fund. or saving for those long-term goals, such as retirement, having more month than you do money, retirement planning, determining how much to save, selecting appropriate retirement accounts, and understanding investment options. It can be confusing and overwhelming. The struggle stops today. You're in the right place if you're asking, what financial decisions will give you peace of mind? How do you protect the ones you love? What if you became seriously ill and could not go to your 9 to 5? How to write an open check to yourself, tax-free. This is not for you if you're not willing to understand the concepts of interest rates, compound interest, or budgeting techniques. 2, you're not ready to carefully plan or budget and commit to making timely payments. Or 3, you find it challenging to stick to a budget, constantly overspend, or lack the motivation to save money. How you know that you are ready is if you can say, yes, I've already established a consistent savings plan. I'm already managing debt and I'm on track with payments. I've already developed a well-defined budget. I've already been proactive with steps to plan for retirement. Or maybe you can't say yes yet, but you could say maybe, because I'm close to being there. You're diligently building that emergency fund. You're evaluating your insurance needs. You're mitigating the risk and maximizing the potential returns. And you're improving your financial literacy. What if I told you that this should not hold you back anymore? Self-doubt. Overcome feeling inadequate with money management and gain financial knowledge. Overcome time. Don't let it hold you back no more. Start early and make consistent, informed financial decisions to make the most of the time you have. Don't let fear hold you back anymore. Exercise caution and make informed decisions. Seek knowledge, consult professionals, and take calculated risks to grow your financial well-being. What you will learn today is the Elite Secret Strategy, how money works, the difference between simple interest and compound interest, and what happens at retirement. The Elite Secret Strategy, they have a few rules. Rule number 1, they make money, never lose money. And they have a rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Rule number 3, they know what accounts they have that they're paying someone to manage their money and what accounts they're not. Growth options on your money. Fixed, variable, or index. There's only 3 ways to grow your money. Fixed investments typically offer a guaranteed rate of return over a set period of time. The rate of return is fixed at the time of the investment and does not change, regardless of market conditions. This can be a good option if you want a predictable return and are willing to sacrifice potential gains in exchange for a lower level of risk. Variable, on the other hand, offers returns that are tied to the performance of the underlying assets in the investment. This type of investment can offer higher potential returns, but it also comes with higher risk and volatility. Index investments are a type of variable investment that track the performance of specific market index, such as the S&P 500, there's the NASDAQ, there's the Dow, there's global. This type of investment offers the potential for higher returns than fixed investments, but still comes with some level of risk because the market has to be doing well for as long as we pray it will go. Simple interest versus compound interest. Do you know the difference? Simple interest is when you earn interest only on the principal of what has been deposited. So if you put $100 into a simple interest account and you earn $1 and you have $101 there, you will next time get interest only on the 100, not the 101. Compound interest, if you deposit 100 and made $20 in interest, you will have 120 in the account. Guess what? When you go to earn interest, it will be on the 120, not just the 100. Next time you get interest, if you earn another 30, there's 150. Next time you make interest, it'll be on the 150. That is why Albert Einstein says compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Who's paying it? When we make our mortgage, our credit card bills, department store bills, student loans, we want to be paying our bills by simple interest. We want to be earning our money by compound interest. With that said, if we look here at this graph, I put 100,000 in a simple interest account and 100,000 in a compound interest account. Over time, the compound interest account starts to supersede the simple interest account because it's the eighth wonder of the world. So 30 years down the line, when that 100,000 is sitting in that simple interest account, it is now worth 400,000. In the compound interest account, it is now worth 1.7 million. In year 40, in the simple interest account, it's now worth 500,000. In a compound interest account, 4.5 million. That is why Albert Einstein says it is the eighth wonder of the world. What happens at retirement or prior to retirement? We may face some financial challenges. There might be financial constraints covering basic expenses such as rent, bills, and food. There may be lack of budgeting and financial planning. There may be unexpected expenses and emergencies. 78% of low-income urban families are unable to put away money for retirement, for health care, or even a basic emergency fund. Look at these numbers. 57% of Americans fail to pass the S&P Global FinLit survey on basic financial concepts. 14% have investments other than a basic savings account. 86% would need to borrow funds or take out a loan in the event of a health emergency. Americans are drowning in a total of $986 billion in credit card debt as of the fourth quarter of 2022. 56% of people in the US have no rainy day funds. If the refrigerator goes, if the alternator on the car goes, if the school is asking for another set of uniforms, we don't have it. 40% of baby boomers have no money saved at all for retirement. We need to organize our financial future, and the way to start to do that is one, budgeting. Track your income and your spending by creating a personalized budget. Use that budget report to follow your progress each month and make the necessary changes to come in under that budget. giving you more money to enjoy, to save, or to pay off your debts. 2, your net worth. Do you know what your net worth is? Discover your net worth by figuring out your assets and liabilities and using our quick, simple calculations to see where you stand. Your net worth report will help you continue to build your net worth by tracking your progress. Debt payoff. Create a financial plan that will give you the exact payment guide to eliminate your debt quicker than you expected and save you from unnecessary interest payments. Do you know just by paying down debt just a little bit, that means it's less interest that you are charged? So ask yourself this question. What account that do you have currently that grows tax-free? The single biggest difference between financial success and financial failure is how well you manage your money. It is simple. To master money, you must manage money. We were not taught financial literacy in school. It takes a lot of time to change your thinking and to become financially literate. You need a budget strategy plus a consistency and mindset, which equals success and results. And if you stay till the end, we got a nice bonus that we're going to send your way. Picture this happening for you. It's obtainable. You can have the retirement plan so that when you retire, you're not sitting there looking at what you're getting for pension and for Social Security and saying, oh my goodness, I can't afford not to retire. I can't retire right now. I need to find another job. You can be debt free. You can buy that dream home. We have to sacrifice sometimes to do it, but it is attainable. The top 4 mistakes that we make: we get money, we get our paycheck, we get a bonus, we get our tax refund, and the first thing we do is go online and book a trip, or we go buy the newest sneakers, or I'm like, oh, I can have Uber Eats every day, I ain't got to cook, or you're just going out to eat out with friends. Frivolously, just spending money instead of prioritizing. Too many families live with financial insecurity. The question is, how long would it be before your household would feel the financial impact if the primary wage earner were to pass away? 25% would feel it in a month. 19% would feel it in 6 months. 11% would feel it in a year. 22% would feel it in 2 years. 14% don't. Life insurance is like a parachute. If you don't have it the first time you need it, there is no second chance. Life insurance is not a one size fits all. It is customizable to the person. What might work for me may not work for you. What might work for VJ may not work for Eden. You have to get in where you fit in. There are different types. There is temporary, there's permanent. Under temporary, you have term insurance. That is where you could purchase it for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. When that 10, 15, 20, 30 years is up, you no longer have insurance. I'm seeing organizations now telling people, I seen a memo go out that they're giving insurance to their members. But did anybody think to ask, is it permanent? They're saying, oh, we can get you insurance, no health exam. No red flags are going up? Do you have something to fall back on if that organization gives you that insurance and it's temporary? Do you have something permanent to fall back on? On term insurance, you cannot pull not $1 out of it. I don't care if the heater goes, you cannot pull $1 out to pay for it. Group insurance is what your job gives you. Well, when you leave that job, I don't care if you quit, get fired, or retire, went out on a disability and never returned, that insurance will not go with you. It's going to stay there with them. And if you are with a company that they do allow you to take it, well, guess what? You're going to be surprised on how much you'll be paying to take it. So with that said, get your own permanent insurance so you have something to fall back on. Then there is permanent. That's whole life, that's universal, those it's IULs, it's final expenses. Those are all permanent. Whole life, you could pay it till you're 100 years old. It will cover you till you're 121 years old. You may be that person that does not want to pay insurance their entire life. Well, guess what? You don't have to. You can pay it up in 10, 20, 30 years. You could be 30, be done by 40, 40 be done by 50, 50 be done by 60. You choose. Whole life insurance is a fixed product. So depending on when you started, how much you're putting in will tell how the cash grows, but it is fixed. So if it's at a 3% rate, that's what it's going to be at, the growth. Then you have Universal. The funny thing about, or the good thing about Universal is when they came out with whole life insurance, everyone was loving it because it was permanent, because term wasn't. Everyone was loving it because they could keep it, pay it, etc. But then somebody started complaining, we can't make no changes, because with whole life, traditional whole life, you can't make any changes. Like if you have $100,000 policy now and then buy a house, have more kids, you need more insurance, you cannot go and increase that 100,000. You can get another policy and you can have as many policies as you want, as long as you can pay for them and justify them. So with the Universal, you can make changes. It has flexibility. And that flexibility is that if I decide I want from 100,000 to 500,000, I can make that change. If I'm 80 with 800,000 and then decide I just want 50,000, I can make that change. That's the flexibility that Universal gives you. There's fixed Universal, fixed rate. There's variable Universal, variable product. There's index Universal Life, an index product. Again, fixed is a fixed rate. Variable is tied to the market, so it has that volatility. It takes when the market is up, and it also takes when the market is down. So you can gain money and lose money. On the index product, you can gain money and you can be protected by a floor when that market is down. So when that market is down, you don't lose nothing because of that market. It is protected by a floor. And there are some companies that give you a floor of 0%, a floor of 0.75%. Whatever the floor is, that means it's a lot better than if you think back to 2008 when the market went boom and people lost 38 to 43% of their retirements, their 401ks. I mean, I had people call me in the last few weeks. One woman lost 60 grand out of her 401k. Another one lost 40 grand. I mean, it's a variable account. There is a way to protect it. Reach out so that we can talk about your situation. I don't care if it's an old 401k, a new 401k. You just need to get more information to see what may work for you. Final expense, they also call it burial insurance. It is a product that will make sure no one has to do a GoFundMe. It will make sure that it doesn't put the burden on the family to figure out how to bury you. It is a product that, you know what, I may not want to leave nobody nothing. I may not want to prepare for retirement. I may not. Well, then just do that. Get in where you fit in. With that said, again, that we want to make sure that you get the information that you so need, because when it comes to retirement, it's going to be here before you know it. I had a room full of like 20 and 30-year-olds, and I said, you may not be thinking about it now, but you should. Because if people are worried now who are about to retire, don't know if the pension and the Social Security is going to add up to be enough to survive on, because inflation this, inflation that. Or if you in the 20 and 30, you don't know if it's going to be around when you retire. So you have to think ahead. There is a way to reduce the impact of taxes at retirement. Listen, when it comes to tax-free strategy, that's one. And then you have the tax codes that they call here in America, okay? One tax code for the informed and tax code for the uninformed, all right? How money gets taxed. You could get taxed now. That's typically your savings accounts, your CDs, your brokerage accounts, your mutual funds. You got tax later, which is your 401ks, your 403bs, your IRAs, SEPs, annuities, pension plans. And then you have the tax advantage. Those are your municipal bonds, your Roth IRAs, your executive bonus plans, your cash accumulation in an insurance policy. See, that's the funny thing. Nobody likes to talk about insurance policies, but yet it's one that has that tax-free strategy. It's one that you can put your kids through college and withdraw that money without worrying about being hit with the taxes. It's one that you could use to pay off that home at retirement, because you don't want to be paying a mortgage no longer in your retirement years. It's one that you could sit there and say, I want to open up a business, but I don't want to go to Chase and Citibank because I know my business credit is not up there, and they going to just tell me to go right back out the door. That is what we're talking about. I'm going to have Eden come and give you from her perspective why life insurance and preparation is so important. And while she's getting ready to come, I just thought I would highlight a few testimonials. We have one here, our brother Rick, he posted, and you can see all of these if you go to Smith Funeral Consulting's Google review. Rick says, I had the opportunity to work with Miss Genevieve Smith, Lady G, to obtain info concerning life insurance. He says, I met her on the Clubhouse app doing what she does best. One conversation with her about life insurance, and I was in there. It just made sense. I don't know who told the lie, but GoFundMe is not the funeral expense account. He said, keep up the good work, Miss G. And I think I will. I think I'll run on and see what the end is going to be. And then we had another one. A sister put, words are not enough on the way she helped me and my family become financially secure. She was patient, extremely knowledgeable, and helped me find what was right for me and my family within my budget. She is the best. And I thank you for that. We had another one that says, I was introduced to Jenny, the owner, on the Clubhouse, and she was a guest speaker in a room informing the public about the benefits of life insurance and was very knowledgeable. I scheduled a Zoom meeting with her, and the rest is history. I learned so much from her. She answered all of my questions in clear and concise manner. She was very professional, and I fully recommend her. And I'm thankful for the one that left that behind. When we think about insurance, you may be watching this webinar and still may need some more education. And if you hold on, we're going to show you how to do that, because we want to get more in depth on a one-on-one with you so that we can customize to your needs. One thing I will tell you that we have a few ebooks out there. There's one with there's a life insurance 101 ebook. You can find that at meetladyg.com in the store. Kimberly wrote a review on the Life Insurance 101 ebook. She says, "Thank you so much for the simplicity of the ebook. You have given us the important points clearly and directly. Invaluable presentation." And I thank Kimberly for that. We also have an estate planning ebook. There's only 3 things that avoid probate: life insurance, annuities, and a trust. And with that said, you need to have your estate planning folder together. You need to have it started, where it can, I don't care if if you take medications, people need to know. If you get rushed to the hospital, they need to know if you're allergic to something. They need to know what your wishes are. They need to know where PIN numbers are. I know we don't trust family members, but that's a need. PIN numbers to phones, PIN numbers to bank accounts. Doesn't have to be broadcast to the world, but there's a folder that should be created with all this information. So you can go grab the Estate Planning 101 ebook at meetladyg.com in the shop. And Tara wrote, "The Estate Planning 101 guide is a great buy at a great price point. It's a must-have to protect your assets and financial legacy. Considering how simple it is to follow and how confident it is to have a comprehensive plan, it's priceless." I thank you for that. We also have a Building Wealth Masterclass. Great information, great details in it. You can go and grab that also at meetladyg.com. But Deborah wrote, "The seminar and consulting sessions presented by Lady G and Amber were excellent and very informative. They were very receptive to questions and provided accurate and encouraging answers. I highly recommend their financial consulting firm." I thank you for that, Deborah. So I just want you to listen to what Eden is going to say, as far as her perspective as a licensed financial professional, on why she came into the business, to know why this is important information that people in the communities need to hear. And at this time, we're going to have Eden come. Go ahead, Eden, the mic is yours.
Well, hello, I'm Eden. Thank you for all those who may be watching this. And if you are watching this, you are here for financial education, and that's what we're here to bring you. Um, and one of my favorite quotes is, "When the student is ready, the teacher shall appear." So I'm glad to have anyone who's watching this help with your next steps to financial literacy and building wealth for yourself and your family. So, without further ado, I would like to give I will start with a testimony for myself. Like most people who grew up maybe in a not so well off family, or I have dealt with death and family members leaving very quickly and very suddenly. And it's a very heartbreaking and a very stressful time that people deal with. Currently, right now, I have an aunt who is battling and found out that she has cancer, and it's very severe. It's very serious. Um, Currently, right now, my aunt does not have life insurance, and her health insurance is only going to cover so much of her care. And life insurance is important because it can help with those burdens, with helping paying off illnesses. Regarding the certain life insurance that you get, as far as um, whole or IUL, they do have um, living benefits that you can use to help you as a supplement to certain issues that you might come across in your life. And we all have these big events in our lives that, financially it overwhelms us, that we're not properly prepared to face. And we want to help you better in the future, deal with those things by talking to you about life insurance today. And one of the cases of life insurance, like I said, with health insurance, it helping supplement dealing with debt as far as health insurance bills and things like that. So it also can be a way to help you with mortgage and things like that. If you so happen to lose your job right now, it's a hard time. A lot of people are losing their jobs in the tech field, Amazon. So many places are, due to them overhiring during the pandemic. Now they're laying off so many people because they realize they have more workers than they need. And a lot of people face the difficulties of being laid off. So if you do have a mortgage, or say you renting or something like that, life insurance can also help regarding with the living benefits. It can help you supplement that until you can get back on your feet. And that does wonders, and it can help a lot to take that stress off of yourself. It also can build college funds and build legacies and futures for your children, so they can have a better off life than maybe you had. Because one thing about college debt and loans from college is one of the worst debts that you can have. Why? Because inflexible repayments, loan repayment periods where students pay off, they have longer loan payments. So that means the interest rate tends to get more and climb up even higher. So you have kids battling debt for 20, 30 years coming out of college. And they're trying to stay above water with all the debt that they have, and also build a future for themselves, and possibly get married, have kids of their own. And that just adding on to the debt that they already have. And you can help plan for your children's future and make things easier for them by getting them a life insurance policy as early as you possibly can, as young as they are. Because when they're young like that, it's an advantage for you, because there's less money you paying towards the premium. Now, as far as taxes, like Lady G said in the slides before, there's tax now, there's tax later, and then there's tax advantage. Life insurance helps with tax advantages, obviously. But there's one thing that we know for certain. Benjamin Franklin said, there's only two things certain in life: death and taxes. So one of the things that I say regarding planning for your financial future is using the vehicles and the tools that you have in place, like life insurance, to help you alleviate those tax issues. And also, with the rise of inflation and things of that nature, which is the price of goods and services going up over time. Everything is going up now. You don't want your money just sitting in savings accounts that don't really yield any type of benefit. It doesn't gain interest and compound interest, as Lady G just said. You want your money gaining value. You don't want it to be losing value. And that's also a very key thing to understand when it comes to building wealth, is having your money gain value over time, not lose money over time. And that's it. I'm Eden, and I'm complete.
Thank you, Eden. Listen, as we listen to Eden share, it's something about being in this industry and having testimonies that are so recent, so current, going through right now. We know we can't reach everyone, not for lack of trying. But when it's so close to home and we want our family members to be helped, our friends, people we come in contact with, we don't want it to be too late. We don't want them to be playing Russian roulette to get this information. Because as she said, one thing is guaranteed, and death is one of them. We want to, I always say this, love is a action word. I'm a person that if I tell you, it wasn't until recent years that I would say it a little easier, but I was not one to say that word because I always used to say, well, I ain't going to say it unless I know I really, really mean it. And a pastor said to me one time, remind me of the scripture that we ought to love everybody. But love is an action word. Too many people use it and don't show it. We can't tell our loved ones we love them and then have them in a place to have to stress and grieve all at the same time. So with that said, take what you heard from Eden and think about, because we all have somebody. Oh boy, I could tell you some stories, but we ain't going to do that tonight. I can share some stories where I'm right where Eden is right now. And we want to change that. So if you need insurance, if you want to plan for retirement, if you want to create a college education fund for your child, if you need to get your estate planning, come and schedule an appointment. Go to meetladyg.com and you can schedule, there's a button there that says book with your financial professional. What you get as a client, this is not even everything. Yes, we'll help you with your estate planning if you need to get your will, your trust together. If you're over your head in debt and tax bills, if you need health insurance, if you need auto, home insurance, pet, umbrella insurance, if you need to create that college savings fund, if you need key man policies. Pastors need key man policies. I was just talking to a pastor this week or last week, and he says, you got to come talk to more of us. Well, I'm trying. So y'all get me into the churches. If you are a member of a church, listen, there's proper protocol. Go through the proper channels. But either get me the information of the person that I need to speak to or pass my info on. But we're going into the churches because we need to get this information out. No longer should we be in a place that, and I'm gonna get myself in trouble, but no longer should we be in the place to be looking for the church to bury us because we didn't do what we were supposed to do, just because we a member. And then I'm gonna get myself even trouble more because we got people that ain't even members still coming to the church asking them to pay. Listen, let's get our stuff in order. Okay. So if you need to get that together, please connect. I want you to know that I get to live my dream life. If you've heard my story before, I am a serial entrepreneur. When I became a licensed financial professional, it was my 7th stream of income. 7th, what they say, completion, we'll see. But if you want to accomplish one of these 3 things in the next 3 months, reach out to us. Whether it's to pay off debt, you might have a bill that you could say, oh, I can use an extra $2,000 a month, or I can use an extra 10 grand a month, or you need to say, or need to start saving for an emergency fund and building up that cash in an account, or you want to start investing into personal development. Reach out to us. We also have the opportunity open for you to join our team. I love my team. I'm thankful for my team. I can't do this without my team. So we are growing, we are expanding because there's a lot. The vineyard is plentiful, but the labor is a few. So we want to add to the team. So if you feel that you can be as quarter passionate as I am or as Eden is, then come on and join us. Our unique process, whether you need a policy, whether you want to join the team, you will start off with a one-on-one consultation to become a client or a business partner. Then you would join the team or start an application, get training or wait underwriting approval, and then final step is success, whichever way you start this journey. I want you to safeguard your future with life insurance. Invest in life insurance today. I say invest because there are products out there that you literally need to think of yourself paying yourself, not as another bill. When I tell you when you see cash growth, bills, when you pay it, you don't get nothing back. But when you invest, when you pay yourself, any entrepreneurs that are listening to this know what it is to pay yourself. At least you hope to be paying yourself at some point if you're not already. But protect your family's future, ease the financial burdens, affordable peace of mind, plan for your loved one's future. Act now and reap the benefits, because the longer you wait, the less benefits there is, or at least I should say, the more you'll have to work harder to get those benefits. Insurance is based on two things: your health and your age. And it's much better when you get in at 30 than sitting there waiting at 60. Not that you can't, but you work harder. I just talked to someone who is already in retirement and was looking to grow cash value for the retirement. You already there. But let's see what we can do. So know that insurance, I don't care if you 79, you can get insurance all the way up until 85. Okay. Some products up until 80. So get it while you can. So I'm thankful again for you showing up today. The framework is like this: you watch the webinar, now go book a one-on-one at meetladyg.com. Press the button that says book with your financial professional. Get your customized quote for you and your family. Get the family on a family Zoom call so that we can give them even more information than what they may already have. And then let's start the application. And then let's wait to hear if you're approved. Let's not take it for granted that will automatically be approved, because listen, there could be issues going on that will make you uninsurable. Don't wait to get to that step. It is worth it, but you have to make the first step. As far as getting into the business, just to quickly let you know, if you wanted to join the team, you can come on. You can be your own boss. You can make your own hours, build your own team, work from anywhere, be a part of a supportive and productive community. Work full or part-time. Help people reach their personal and financial goals. It touches my heart. Every household that I'm able to assist and protect someone's retirement account, etc. Easy to use online tools will be accessible to you, and training. And I do believe we give excellent support. And if you want to ask the rest of the team, you'll have to come up on a board and ask them yourself. For a limited time offer for tonight, we are offering, if you're watching the replay, you can go and grab the Building Wealth Masterclass replay. It was a replay that we did back in March, but it was great and it's still worth something. So you can get it tonight for $29.95. So go to meetladyg.com and go to the store and you can access it. And you have to put in the code ESTATE, ESTATE. And again, if you want to join the financial professional team, just text team to 732-860-4693. And to start off, not that it's the only fees, and it varies by state, but you can start by getting your business code and your study material for about $155. And then before that, we'll definitely let you know what your state fees are for your actual license. So I want you to ask yourself, where do you see yourself starting out today? Do you see yourself booking that one-on-one? Or do you see you being saying, okay, Lady G, I have insurance and I'm pretty sure I'm set, not walking around underinsured, not walking around with a $10,000 policy, and you got 200,000 in a state planning that needs to be protected, but you're really, really protected. So you say, I'm good. You're satisfied where you are with your income. You're good. So maybe you want to be a referral. You want to be able to earn referral fees, or maybe you do want to come on part-time. Shucks, you might even want to eventually come on full-time. Just know that there are options for you. Knowledge is not power unless it is applied. So thank you again for coming on this webinar tonight. We appreciate your interest in learning more about how life insurance can help you protect your loved ones and secure your financial future. And we hope that you find this information that we shared tonight to be valuable and informative. You can find me on all social media platforms. I'm on all of them, as Lady G Financial Professional. IG is Lady G _ financial professional. Facebook is Lady G Financial Professional. And then again, info@smithconsultants.com if you want to jot us an email. And then again, everything, the store and my calendar, you can find that all at meetladyg.com. I want to thank you again. I appreciate you coming. I pray the blessings of the Lord be upon each and every one that was on this webinar today, those that will watch the replay. I pray that God will reveal to you exactly where you need to be and what you need to get there. And I do believe that if you have the desire to hear from him, he will definitely lead you in the right direction. So as we go from this night, I want you to know that I wish you a great night's sleep. Even if you watch this in the morning or in the afternoon, I wish you a great day. And I want you to remember one thing: the best is yet to come. Have a good one, and we'll see you back here on next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a good one.